Hi, I hope all of you are doing well. Welcome to the 2-year celebration of the Free Soil Arts Collective. I'm Krista Brown. I know most of you. I am the founder and artistic director. I just want to say thank you so much for joining us on this special occasion. Of course, we probably would have shared last year, but because of everything going on, stuff is a little funky. So I'm happy that we can gather virtually, at least, for this special day. So just stay tuned for lots of good news from good people, what we have in store for the rest of the year, some wonderful community partners, and how you can get involved. So if you'll bear with me 1 second. Yay, okay, so welcome. This is our 2-year celebration. As you know, the Free Soil Arts Collective, we operate under the fiscal sponsorship of the Greater Lowell Community Foundation. Totally grateful for their support and help in really helping us build and have it so that we're recognized as an actual arts organization that can operate, can accept donations, can grow. Love them very much. Thank you for all the GLCF folks out there. So a little bit about us, for any of you that don't know, we are one of the first arts organizations in the Massachusetts Merrimack Valley that focuses specifically on working with artists of color. We do this through community projects, curated events, youth programs, and everything is centered around how we can amplify voices that have been historically underexplored. So that is really our mission. We have provided jobs for dozens of artists, actors, directors, technicians each year, both locally and I say because of the virtual world across the country, if you will. And we also are working with young artists in the making through our youth program. We worked with the Lowell Public Schools as well as UMass Lowell. So lots of community partners that help make this work possible. We're focusing on developing opportunities for professional artists, but also novices to collaborate. We believe in authentic, thoughtful community engagement and creating an environment that nourishes artistic expression and creativity. So our name, the Free Soil Arts Collective, is an homage to Nathaniel Booth. Nathaniel Booth was an enslaved person who came to Lowell and many other places seeking freedom. When he came to Lowell, there was a group called the Free Soil Party that advocated for his freedom and his safety. Their motto was free soil, free labor, free men, saying that those who work the soil deserve to be free. It's our belief that those who come from underrepresented communities in the arts have the right to tell their own stories. So the work we do is for him. We're going to kick it off right with a word from the Greater Lowell Community Foundation from Jennifer Aradia.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Aradia, Vice President of Marketing and Programs for the Greater Lowell Community Foundation. We are so thrilled to celebrate the 2nd anniversary of Free Soil Arts Collective. As the fiscal sponsor of Free Soil Arts Collective, we have been so proud to see your progress and growth over the past 2 years and the impact that you're making within the local arts community. You're making a tremendous difference, and we are proud to be along for the ride. We can't wait to see what you have next. Congratulations.
Fireworks. Thank you, Jennifer. Oops, and I can do this. Yes, okay. So due to our partnership with the Community Foundation and other folks, I really just wanted to share our impact with all of you. In the 2 years we've been around, we've employed 47 artists. We've exposed 46 young people to the arts through our youth programming, and we've produced 17 events, which is just really cool. One of the community partners that we've had that has really impacted us a lot this year is Merrimack Repertory Theater. As some of you may know, we started our residency with them September of last year, and I've been able to really learn about what it takes to run a theater. So I've been able to meet with all members of the staff, been able to talk to their guest artists, and understand what other organizations that might be bigger than us, who have been around for years, what do they do to stay successful? Everyone at the MRT team has been so open and accessible, sharing what it takes to do a budget, to do grants, what it takes to work with artists, to plan a season. So it's been a really interesting time to get stuff going. So we have a word from Bonnie Butkas, the executive director, and Courtney Sale, the Nancy L. Donahue artistic director.
Hi there, I'm Bonnie Butkas, the Executive Director of Merrimack Repertory Theater.
And I'm Courtney Sale, the Artistic Director.
We are so thrilled to partner with Free Soil. We have been able to do several projects and are looking forward to more. We supported Free Soil with Hair Tales, Stories of Black Heritage. And this past fall, we worked with Free Soil and Krista Brown on Fannie Lou Hamer's Speak On It.
I echo absolutely what Bonnie is saying. It's just such a wonderful partnership. We're really looking forward to some future projects on the horizon, supporting and lifting Hidden in Plain Sight, Stories of Black Lowell, as well as partnering with Free Soil on our upcoming production of Until the Flood by Dale Orlando Smith.
And we have one more thing that we're really excited about. We will be collaborating with Free Soil on a gala to benefit both organizations in June. So save some time in June to have a great party with us. And we just want to say together, happy birthday, Free Soil.
Yay! So really exciting news, y'all. So MRT, as you know, has a gala every year. And this year we are splitting the proceeds 50-50 and building out the programming together. So really exciting to how that plays out virtually, but also the kind of partnership that we're building long-term. So hope to see all of you there. Love Bonnie and Courtney. I don't know if you're there in Zoom land, but thank you so much. Another project we've been working on that some of you may have heard of is called Visualize Lowell's Black History. This is in partnership with DIY Lowell through a Commonwealth Places grant from Mass Development. And the premise is really, how do we use undertold stories as a way to boost economic activity during the pandemic? So the DIY Lowell team, led by Chris and Aurora, for those of you that know, applied for this grant originally just for economic development. They were looking for, how can we spur economic activity? And I really do credit Chris and Aurora because they said, how do we make Black history something that can spur economic activity? So led by the Free Soul Arts Collective, but also in partnership with a few wonderful community partners, if you can see Maritza there, we've been meeting, brainstorming, and coming up with what public art pieces can we develop in the downtown area during this time to promote just knowledge and education, but also fun during this time, and hope that when people are downtown and see local businesses, that they'll become a patron as well. And we'll talk more about this project later on. One of the community partners that we've had in this work is Kira Morehouse of Enterprise Bank. She's been such a committed committee member, helping to brainstorm history, fact-checking things, and helping us to really understand the greater context for the work that we're doing. So next we have a word from Kira.
Hi, Krista. Hi, everyone. My name is Kira Morehouse, and I'm the Senior Digital Marketing Specialist at Enterprise Bank in Lowell. I'm here representing the bank as well as myself in wishing Krista and Free Soil Arts Collective a happy 2-year anniversary and offering our congratulations on all of the hard, amazing work that you've been doing in such a short time. All of your accomplishments mean so much to us. I know that we've been a supporter since the beginning, especially when you were bringing shows to the Merrimack Repertory Theater. I personally enjoyed watching you as a panelist during the Nina Simone For Women play, and also really enjoyed the show that was Stories of Black Heritage. I know it was a play on words where I brought my 13-year-old daughter, and it was just such a great thing for us to see women on stage who share our skin tone and our hair texture talking about things in such a public way that help bring awareness to our culture in the community. The bank has been a proud sponsor of the Vital Voices series, which has been ongoing over many months now, where we've been able to watch from home and see you highlight the work and accomplishments of other artists who identify as Black, Indigenous, people of color in our communities. And that's been wonderful to see. And I personally have enjoyed being on the committee with you volunteering as you're the leader leading us all to help visualize Black history in Lowell, which we know that project will hopefully launch soon for the public to enjoy. My colleague and I, Mona Tyree, have been part of that effort with you, and we just know how important it is for all of this to be happening so that people can understand our history, where we've been, and where we're going. So with all of that being said, it's such an honor once again to support you. We thank you for your advocacy, and we thank you for the work that you're doing to bring visibility to all of us here in the community in Merrimack Valley and beyond. So again, wishing you a happy anniversary and many more great years to come.
Yay, Kira. So really grateful to Kira and Enterprise Bank for their support. As she said, from the very beginning, Enterprise has been a supporter of the work that we do, and very appreciative of that and the support. Another person who's been helping us with the Visualize Lowell's Black History Project, as well as many other things, is Awo Adu, who is our first intern ever, our program support intern. Awo comes to us from Dartmouth College. Amazing, amazing person. So we're going to spotlight her for a bit to talk a little bit about our internship, but also the work that she's been doing. Hi, Awo.
Hey, Krista.
Hey, girl.
So hi, everyone. My name is Awo Adu. I'm currently a junior in college studying the intersections of film, Pan-African identity, and theater. I currently serve as the programming intern at the Free Soil Arts Collective, and I'd actually found out about Free Soil through a Facebook ad one morning. It was like 4 a.m. and I was just on Facebook. And it was pretty convenient that I'd found it because I'd actually been searching for internships at local theaters, just anywhere really. And I think what attracted me the most about Free Soil was that just from first glance, I could understand that it was truly a place that was by the community for the community. And I was actually surprised to find out that it existed in Lowell just because I'd gone to middle school here. I'd been to school here my entire life, and I'd never really, I'd never really heard of a theater organization that was dedicated to uplifting Black and POC voices. So I feel as though had this existed maybe earlier, I would have been able to enter my true calling to theater performance and theater management. Anyways, enough about me, but currently as an intern, I've been able to work in coordination with others who are just as passionate about theater. And I've gotten the opportunity to meet and connect with other artists in Lowell and just to learn more about my city. One project that's been really, it's been really inspiring and informative for me has been working on the Visualizing Lowell's Black History Project. I've learned a lot about Lowell's Black history, which to be honest, I didn't even know had existed. Things that I learned at Lowell High in regards to US American history, such as the Underground Railroad or even just the abolitionist movement. I was surprised to find out that like each thing that I learned about had a direct connection to Lowell's Black history. For example, I learned that parts of the rural South where formerly enslaved people had been living, sometimes they would wear cloth and they would refer to it as Lowell cloth. And this was because Lowell cloth, it was material that had been made by the mill workers from Lowell. So that's why even down south, they refer to it as Lowell cloth because it had come from the Lowell mills. And I think that too often what happens, just as being Lowell residents and people who are from the North, we have a tendency to think that we're far removed from the system of slavery just because we were geographically removed from where it had been taking place. But in truth, Lowell had just as much as a hand in perpetuating and in growing the cotton economy. And I think that in working with Free Soil and just seeing how Free Soil operates as a whole, the work that we do points to this very truth, right? So like the truth that we as a community, we're not far removed from the atrocities that have gotten us here today. Free Soil, through community work that we do, ensures that this truth is never lost. And we've done that through, pursuits of this project, Visualizing Black Lowell's history, as well as through different like social media posts that pay tribute to Black history and our partnerships with other organizations who are also just as hellbent on unveiling this truth. And I've been really grateful to be a part of this wondrous team, and I can't wait to see what else Free Soil has in store. So thank you for giving me the spotlight, and back to you, Krista.
Awo, a gem. I was with us until mid-March. So thank you. Thank you. As Awo mentioned, I'm really excited that Free Soil has been able to take on a few community projects that particularly are highlighting Black history. And I will emphasize, when we say Black history, we were not thinking about pre-World War II. We're talking about Black people today, yesterday, the future. So this really multi-generational approach. And a project that we're working on in collaboration with the Greater Lowell Community Foundation, the Kindred Project, Merrimack Repertory Theater, and the Lowell Cultural Council is called Hidden in Plain Sight, Stories of Black Lowell. This is a documentary theater piece that'll come out of a series of interviews with Black Lowellians. So folks who have lived here, worked here, and have a story to share. And this is all an effort, Awo and Masada of the Kindred Project, who you'll hear from in a bit, we are gonna be interviewing folks and getting their stories. And from those stories, creating a magical work of art that we have yet to even conceive right now. So next up, we have a word from the Kindred Project led by the magical Masada Jones.
Hey, hey, good people. Happy birthday, Free Soil. This is
Thank you.
So as Krista said, I am the founder of the Kindred Project. Our mission is to create visible community with Black people in Lowell. And we believe in uplifting Black folks and showcasing not that we are a monolith, that we can enjoy life and that we are vibrant. And I believe that when Krista approached me about this project where we can share stories and listen to stories, that's one of the things that I love doing, is being able to listen to elders and learn about what Lowell was like back in the day. So to be able to have this project come to life is like amazing. And I'm so excited to see it through. That's it. I'm gonna keep it brief. I'm excited. We got some work to do and I'm very excited to see it through. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. We're hyped. So next up, another project that we were able to do this year virtually was a partnership with the UMass Lowell String Project. So over the course of a couple of months, UMass Lowell and their string project, they're typically working with students, introducing them to string instruments. And this year it was happening virtually. Free Soil, we were meeting with young people, we were helping them to devise their own stories. So we met last year and kind of thought about a way that we could combine forces. So Dr. Gina Grayer, who is chair of the music department at UMass Lowell, I had a meeting with her and Joshua that you see here, a few other students, and we said, how can we do this virtually? So we did it. And it was really, really beautiful. So you have to think about theater kids coming up with their own stories and then getting to hear music that was developed by students, original scores based off of how the story sounded. So our stories had to do with lots of stuff, y'all. Aliens, adventure, traveling by boat, family legacy. And when the UMass Lowell String Project heard the stories and saw the stories, they thought, what music can we create that inspires these certain moments, these vignettes, these words I'm using, these motifs? I learned lots of stuff. So Joshua is one of the students that we worked with very closely, and he has just a little word for us.
Hi, my name is Josh Santana, and I teach with the UMass Lowell String Project. I'd love to congratulate Krista and Free Soil Arts Collective on 2 years. Congratulations. We worked together last fall in 2020. We combined our youth theater students with our youth music students. Theater students came up with some really fun stories involving a quest, underground city, aliens, and our music students created musical elements and special instrumental effects to enhance those storylines. It was really great to get together online last fall and create together. It really brought enjoyment into our lives amidst everything going on. We are very excited to hear that you're going on 2 years, and we're so excited to continue working with you in future projects. Thanks.
Yes, and one thing I will add is that the first time was virtual, but we already have been talking about what this can look like in person in the future. So just stay tuned. And I will also add that we're seeing that this is a potential model that other communities could find and use, the combination of both music and theater as really impactful storytelling. Another project we had this year was Towards an Anti-Racist Tomorrow in partnership with Middlesex Community College's theater department. We were able to bring to life 5 short works by Idris Goodwin, a magical playwright there in the upper right corner. We had rehearsals, everything was done virtually. We got actors from as far away as California, New York, Texas. And this was kind of our first try at seeing what artists can we get outside of our immediate community. And it was a phenomenal experience. All of the plays that were written had to do with race at different stages. You saw it through childhood, through the lens of college, even in the workplace. So next we have a word from one of the actors, Rayshaun.
Hello, my name is Rayshaun Sandlin, and it was a pleasure for me to be a part of the Towards an Anti-Racist Tomorrow with the Free Soil Arts Collective, and I just want to thank Krista and the collective again for having me. It was a pleasure for me to have the opportunity to work on some of Idris Goodwin's work, who I've always been a big fan of, and also the community at Free Soil Arts Collective. If it weren't for the situation that we're in now, I wouldn't have had the opportunity to be with the people that I was able to perform with. So I just want to thank you all so much. Shout out to Krista, and happy 2-year anniversary to Free Soil Arts Collective. Thank you so much. God bless.
Y'all, I'm getting so excited, like they're here. I'm like, hey. I digress, okay. So I'm going to talk a little bit about what we have planned for the rest of the year. So there are 2 ongoing projects that we're going to continue to work on. One of them is the Visualize Lowell's Black History Project, which Awo spoke about earlier. This is wrapping up in June of this year. So stay tuned for an art walk, a sculpture, and a socially distanced play. So we are proposing that in June, we will have almost a walking tour experience of living historical figures. So we're going to be putting out a call for artists, and we're looking for folks to embody people like Frederick Douglass, Bertie Mallory, a lot of the names of folks that some of you may recognize, but some of you that you may not. And we want it to be a tour, who knows what will happen in June of this year, but something where go to this site, speak to Frederick Douglass. Okay, everyone, 20 minutes, we're meeting at the next site. We're going to hear from Bertie Mallory. Okay, 20 seconds, the next site, we're going to hear from so-and-so. And there's so many locations in Lowell, St. Anne's Church, even Fuse, Bistro, so many connections in the architecture to folks who first came to Lowell. Fuse Bistro was a place that we learned during this project was a spot where many speakers would come, and it used to be a depot. And Frederick Douglass used to be caught speaking what we see now as Fuse. So we think about how cool it would be today in 2021 to go to that same exact spot and have an actor bring his words to life. So Awa was really working on developing the monologues for this piece, and we are going to be doing auditions soon. Hopefully it can happen outdoors. If not, we'll be doing a virtual presentation. But the call for artists will be going out next week for this project. And another project that's ongoing is Hidden in Plain Sight. This will be wrapping up literally at the end of the year. So Masada, Awo, and myself will be conducting interviews for a couple of months, have a couple story gathering circles in a group setting. And then that's where the fun begins. Merrimack Repertory Theater is partnering with us by providing a writing partner, a dramaturg, and also actors to help us present something at the end of the year to everyone who's been able to speak with us, but also to the general public. We're also going to be publishing a book of the interviews. So this will be a work that really, who knows how far it can go. I've been speaking to a lot of playwrights thanks to the MRT network, and I'm learning that it's usually best to go into a project like this with an open mind. So not to think too much about what themes we think are going to come out of it, but just to see what happens. So everyone we speak to, their story will be in the book. And then from there, we'll establish a theatrical something in the future. Yeah. And this is our calendar for the rest of the year. So March, I was like, what day is it? Next month, we'll be launching a Herstory series in partnership with Middlesex Community College. Well, this includes a screening and talk back of Hair Tales, a wellness workshop, and also a poetry workshop. In June, we'll be having our Free Soil MRT joint virtual gala. And then again in June, hopefully we'll have an outdoor socially distanced piece. Oh my goodness, the slide. In July, I put a play. Something is going to be produced. I don't know what, but something is happening. And then later in the year, you'll see we have Hidden in Plain Sight. We're going to be having some sort of event in the fall, and we're also going to be having another youth program with the Lowell Public Schools. Next up, I'm going to hand it off to our advisory board member, one of the magical ones, Nandi Munson, who's going to be speaking with you all a little bit about just updates and how you can get involved. Hi, Nandi.
Thank you, Krista, and happy second birthday, Free Soil. Hi, everybody. I'm Nandi. I'm a proud Lowell native, and I work for Elder Services, and I've served on the Free Soil board for the last year or so. I met Krista after hearing her speak on a panel a couple years ago at a women's conference, and my ears perked up as she described Free Soil's mission of centering artists of color. Although I am not an artist, I come from a very artistic biracial family, and Krista's vision immediately grabbed my attention and really resonated with me. After she spoke, I did something that I don't normally do. I basically stalked her in the panel and was introducing myself and telling her, I love what you're doing and please tell me where I can help support your mission and what Free Soil is doing. I'm a wildflower and an introvert, and that's not, again, something I normally do, but I could not help myself. Krista and I got to meet for coffee a few times after that, and the more I heard about what Free Soil was doing, the more I became enamored with what Free Soil is about. I got to volunteer at a couple of Free Soil events and was invited to join the advisory board about a year ago. Like many of you, I'm sure I'm on various boards, committees, and task forces, but I have to say the Free Soil board meeting is one I truly, honestly enjoy attending. It's one that makes me feel energized, and hearing about what Free Soil is up to, what Chris is up to, is incredibly exciting and refreshing. And it's an honor to be able to support Free Soil and Krista through board service. Free Soil, as you've heard today, has a lot of growth in a short amount of time in 2 years. And because of that, we are looking to expand our advisory board over the next month or so. Specifically, we're looking for folks with a skill set in finances or budgeting, governance, development, and fundraising or program development. If you have experience or interest in any of those areas, and if what you've heard today makes you light up, like it did for me when I met Krista at that panel, we invite you to share your gifts through serving on our board. If you are interested, please email us at info@freesoilarts.org. We are also hiring an executive assistant to support the Free Soil Arts Collective and Krista's leadership efforts. This person will manage business-related tasks such as scheduling and creating systems that boost organization and productivity. If you're interested or again know of anyone else who might be, please visit freesoilarts.org for more information or email us at info@freesoilarts.org. And finally, if you're an artist, please email us. We are actively creating more and more opportunities to collaborate with artists, like Krista said, both locally and virtually cross country. Again, email us info@freesoilarts.org with your name and a little blurb about what interests you most. Please consider joining us in supporting Free Soil's mission and what Krista is doing in our community. My experience has been joy-filled and life-giving, and I am sure that yours will be too. Thank you.
Thank you, Nandi. I went back to the board slide. I just want all of you to know this is our advisory board. Our newest members on the bottom are Thaddeus Miles and Jennifer Aradia. We try to have fun. We really are trying to get out of this whole, just because you're a nonprofit, you have to be stuffy and formal. We have fun. We talk about our days. We connect. We bond. So this is the kind of group that anyone interested in the advisory board would be joining. So just putting that out there. Thank you so much for your consideration. And thank you, Nandi. That was great. So just to reiterate what Nandi said, advisory board is one of the first things that we're looking for right now for the next couple of months. We are hiring an executive assistant. That'll be a job that's about 3 days a week, 10 hours a week total. And yes, connect us with artists of color. You can email us at info@freesoilarts.org. Other ways to get involved, really simple. Follow us on social media, share the word with your friends about what we have going on. If you want to subscribe to our newsletter, we have a bit.ly link, so you can do bit.ly/freesoilnews. And we send out a newsletter every month with updates on what we have going on. And another way that you can support our work is by supporting our work. So if you are able and willing to support us financially, feel free. And if you're not able to, that's okay too. Sharing the word, connecting us with people, to me, is just as valuable as money. We do, because of the Greater Lowell Community Foundation, operate like a nonprofit. So any donations that are made are tax deductible. And also you can know that you're supporting a grassroots organization. It is Awo and myself right now. And all of the funds that we raise are directly going to creating opportunities for artists. So like I said in the earlier slide, we paid 47 people to bring works to life, and some of those artists multiple times. And the goal is to grow. And the goal is to actually see out of the money we raise, like what percentage is going to artists, because we have seen a lot. And it's just a matter of us really building out our advisory board and figuring out what are some impact statements and work that we need to do to really, really prove the impact that we're making in the community. So any of those things is fine. I also like text messages, emojis, hugs in a few months. Yeah. And I just want to take a moment before we close to thank all of our donors and supporters throughout the years. This work is a group effort, would not be possible without community members and even people who I may not even know who come across Free Soil and want to support. So I just want to say thank you. Whether you are a supporter formally or not, coming to events, sharing our stuff, sending a kind word, partnering, all of it is valuable. So everyone, I wanted this event to be cute and fun. We're at the 40-minute mark, and that's all I got. If anyone feels compelled to say something at this moment, you can. I might leave the floor open. Does anybody have anything on their heart to share before we wrap? No worries.
We're all super proud of you, Krista, and we all love you so much, and we love Free Soil. So that just needs to be said out loud. I know that that is the sentiment in the room.
Thank you, Nandi. Thanks, everybody. So we have great stuff coming up, as you can see. If you want to get involved, please email the info email or myself personally. We're growing, and we are looking for folks to support the work. Nandi's dog or cat. So thank you so much, and have a great rest of your day. Oh, Anthony.
Free Soil.
Thank you, Anthony.
We're proud of the work you're doing, and we are happy to support you.
Thank you. Thanks, Anthony. Okay, y'all. Thank you so much. I think that's it. I will follow up with everybody, and please email me any questions, anytime, comments, feedback. I'm totally open to it all. So thank you all, and have a great rest of your day. Thank you.
Yay!
Oh, yay!